You know, I reviewed a Larry Cohen movie about a week or two ago called The Stuff, which had some satire of health, of diets, health foods, and stuff like that, and consumerism. Well, lo and behold, he did one called Maniac Cop from 1986, 87, something, 86, I believe. Which there's this cop that's just who returns to life and is just krilling a bunch of people. And I'm thinking, okay, what's this about? Well, let's get Tom Atkins and Bruce Campbell. Yes, let's get this interesting team going on. And you know exactly what you're getting in this 85-minute movie. Yeah, 1988. You get a nice build up. It's like this is a stereotypical but still good slasher. It's like, yeah, we get a couple of decent krillings. We get some knives and things like that, and all the while, interesting use of shadow to keep his face hidden. And I'm just thinking, okay, I like in that they are keeping it hidden. We don't see how disfigured his face is or and everything like that. So we're getting some looks of like, what's going on here? He's a big man. He's a big stocky guy. So they have clever uses of shadows and having things filmed at night. In my opinion, they film things at night in the right way to add to the menace and terror of this guy. So, and of course you have Tom Atkins, who is portraying a very how do I say this? He's portraying a cop who's investigating stuff. So he's putting the dots together on everything, and he has his mustache, and he's not acting over the top. He's acting more trying to decipher everything. Like, hey, what's going on? Who is he? Oh, the person is a cop named Matthew Stafford. And Bruce Campbell is in there as well, not having Progresso soup instead of Campbell's, and he gets framed for everything because he's married to his wife, but he's having an affair with another lady, and I'm just thinking, okay, so we're presuming that it's him. The fact that the wife goes to a motel to find him, and just it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a scene that was fine. God dang it. I guess. I mean, it's not the worst addition. It adds more to his sense because he's not taking down zombies. He's going after one cop. So it's like, let's have him in a more vulnerable, I guess, performance. And it wasn't bad. I liked it. Add more. You feel sympathy for him. And he's got to connect the dots and everything else. And they eventually do realize saying, okay, so obviously it follows all the standard conventions and tropes of like, hey, there was this cop that was trying to find some corruption within City Hall, very close to it, but then he gets eliminated in the shower. Like that he manages to hold his own because he was 6 foot tall, but and he gets knifed in the back. We get kind of an intense scene. It's a quiet scene, which adds more of the uneasiness of everything. When he returns, you're just thinking, man, this guy is pretty intense, so we know exactly what's going on. So when all this happens, and it's like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. And we finally get the reveal of like his face is just scarred and got some good makeup on it, and ultimately it just feels like it's the tropes that you would know, but it's done entertainingly enough to where you won't feel bored, especially at the ending. The ending is pretty good. So, I don't know. I like this movie enough. It's not, like I said, it's not going to win any awards as I usually go, but the actor playing the Maniac Cop, Robert Desar, has the right look, right? He has a very cherubic face. It's called cherubism. It's very like that. He's just got the right look and the right menace, and I enjoyed that. So, I don't know, just, what else? I guess what else stood out? Music was kind of synthy for the 1980s. You know exactly what you're getting. It's like, yeah, trying to think what else was there. You do have kind of like the wife, she becomes the hostage, and it's up to a couple people to put some bullets in him and whatever, and ultimately they get an ending at the pier where he manages to get an arm up, thus continuing the sequels, and it's all right. This movie is all right. This was a Blu-ray from where was that? Synapse Films with no subtitles, which I'm just like, come on, man, you can release some dang subtitles. So I don't know. You know exactly what you're getting with a title like Maniac Cop. So if it's one you watch a couple of times a year. It's not bad. It's just conventional. Then good performances. We get Tom Atkins and his mustache, and Bruce Campbell, who does a good job. So yeah, Maniac Cop, you know exactly what you're getting, but you'll have a good time watching it.